You know, sometimes the way things pan out, it's hard to do an unboxing when you have an NDA or an embargo lift at a certain time. In this business, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to have an unboxing, a review, and head-to-head comparisons hit the site at the same time, but that said, we're kind of taking it back a little bit, and I got a surprise for you. I'm Aaron Baker from PhoneDog.com, and in the office as of this morning, the international Samsung Galaxy S4, complete with a box and complete with an octa-core processor. You know how we do. Let's go ahead and take a look at this in PhoneDog's full unboxing of the international Samsung Galaxy S4. It's a little bit backwards in terms of the typical PhoneDog structure, but I thought it'd be important to unbox the Samsung Galaxy S4. We skipped right into the reviews because the US version arrived and I worked with it for about a week before giving you the review and the dogfight between the HTC One, but the international Galaxy S4 just arrived this morning, courtesy of Negri Electronics. If you want to pick this device up, and special thanks to them, they're so awesome. They shipped this super fast and got it in our hands so we could do an unboxing video for you and some more content with the international one versus the US one and more. So special thanks to Negri Electronics. If you want to buy this, go to negrielectronics.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter at Negri Electronic without the S for additional deals. But this is the international Galaxy S4. The big difference here is the processor. This is the octa-core version. It's got octa-cores, 8 cores, quad core at 1.6 gigahertz, another quad core, so 4 cores at 1.6 gigahertz, 4 cores at 1.2 gigahertz. Otherwise, very similar across the board in terms of specs as the US version. 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 4.99-inch Super AMOLED HD display. We're just going to say 5-inch Super AMOLED HD display. This is the Black Mist Galaxy S4 that we got here in the office, and you can see kind of this box, typical Galaxy-looking box or Samsung-looking box, but it does bring a wood element in, so keeping in line with that kind of nature theme. Samsung handbook here, Samsung manual, quick start guide, guia de ensio rápido. I always thought that was a pretty good job. And then of course you got your adapter stuff right here. You got your earbuds, got a big battery here, 2,600 milliamp hour battery. Down here, 2,600 milliamp hours, AC adapter and USB cable. And interestingly enough, this is a US-based AC adapter, so you don't have to worry about, in this case, dealing with an international one, although Negri Electronics always does a good job of providing a converter if you need it. For example, if it's a EU charger or put that back in the box here so I can focus on the phone itself. If it's an EU charger or a charger from another country, they always do a good job of providing you with an adapter in the box. So special thanks to them again. Also special thanks to Best Buy Mobile for giving us devices like this for use in our One Paw Bandit giveaway game. When you go into Best Buy Mobile, you'll walk out working with your Galaxy S4. When it comes to US carriers, they'll make sure you're good to go at Best Buy Mobile. Now here's, like I said, the Black Mist version, and compare this to the White Frost version, which I'm going to reach across my desk to grab. Here are the two Galaxy S4 colors. So you can see some differences, but again, in terms of overall look and feel, you got that texture within the color, so kind of minimizes the scratches, at least in my book, especially on the battery cover as you get those scratches throughout working with the device for 6 months or a year. The color and the texture kind of helps to get rid of that, which is nice, or kind of helps to hide it, I should say. 2,600 milliamp hour battery. Go ahead and plug it in, turn it on. I don't want to rip that off. There is still plastic on the device, which is why that battery door is not coming off. Plastic everywhere. Let's pull this off, and then we'll get the battery in. Kind of a weird two-tone color scheme here, but I wanted to show you the S-View cover that you can get at retail stores when the Galaxy S4 launches for $59.99 in a variety of different colors. This is what it looks like, much like the other covers of the past, the Galaxy S3. It does clip on and replace the battery cover and gives you this nice little S-View cover where you can see the time and make phone calls without actually opening the device. And I'll show you how that works in just a second. No SIM card. We'll go ahead and go through this. Turn Wi-Fi off. Next. Next. Of course we agree to these terms and conditions without reading them. Of course we do. Skip. We'll do this later. Not now. Not now. We're going to do this though. This phone belongs to Aaron Baker's son. And then there we go. And of course you'll notice little things if you're a phone nerd. For example, the Sprint version has 6 bars. The international version has 4 bars, as does the T-Mobile version, based on the way that I've seen it. And I believe the AT&T version, my guess is it will have 5 if it works like the Galaxy S3. It's kind of T-Mobile 4, AT&T historically 5, and then Sprint historically 6. You can learn about the key features, which is really nice as well. They've made it a lot easier to learn about things like S-Beam and Air Gesture and Air View right out of the box, so those people that are new to Galaxy smartphones can take advantage of it right out of the box and turn on what they want to. So here it is powered up, and this is the S-View cover that I was telling you about. It gives you a quick preview of the time, and you can take phone calls, like I said, from the cover itself. the send and end button will pop up, and you can swipe those back and forth, as you can see by my fingerprints in my testing of the Sprint version. But all in all, a nice little smartphone here. Nice to see it in black in Phone Dog's office, and nice to have the international version here as well. Stay tuned, we'll do dogfights and more head-to-head comparisons between Quadrant Standard and all that good stuff on PhoneDog.com, so you'll want to stay tuned. You'll also notice that out of the box, you don't get any carrier bloatware because it's an international device. Keep it locked on PhoneDog.com for continuing coverage and all those little things between the two devices, like instead of saying on and off, it's a little switch between a circle and between a line. All those little fun things to learn as we work with the international Galaxy S4. Keep it locked on the site. I'm on Twitter at PhoneDog_Aaron, on Facebook at Facebook.com/HiAaronBaker, and on Google Plus as well at PhoneDog.com/G+. Thanks so much for watching. Keep it locked on the site for continuing coverage, and as always, I'll see you next time.